What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Career Mode. This is episode number 125, and last episode I left you showing you this screen. If you didn't work it out, guys, the bit I was talking about was, of course, Leeds United coming back from the 2-0 defeat that they had to Galatasaray to overcome it and go through in that one. You also saw the draw that we got in the next round, so, I mean, it is what it is. You saw the team we had there, of course. You saw the rest of the draws as they played out. I think right now as well, you know, the best teams in the league, or the best teams in Europe, rather. Leeds United are in there. Manchester United have been around. They've obviously been beaten by Bayern both seasons that they went. Well, Bayern came to the final in both seasons when they played against us. On both occasions, they knocked out Manchester United to get there. So everyone, I think, in the last bit of it is sort of teams that I have to fear. Because, of course, you don't get to this stage of the Champions League without being a good side. So I don't have the Leeds United side that I conquered Europe with on 3 occasions in a row, so it's a changed upside now to Inter Milan. So we'll just wait and see what happens in terms of the Champions League position and stuff. And I suppose sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't with the draws. And any draw I get, it's going to be tough anyway. So I'm not really too bothered about any teams that I pull out of the draw. So if we got Leeds in the next round, that would be not too bad. But you saw the draws as they came in. I don't think we got Leeds in the end, so that's not too bad to see either. We came up into today's episode, though, in high spirits, high form, and just looking forward to it, really. I mean, we have the first leg, I do believe, of that game to come against Real Madrid in the next episode, or possibly this one. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I know for sure we did draw Real Madrid. So the giants that are Real Madrid, we will be facing them in the next round of the Champions League. And the outcome of that one, you know, as I said, I don't particularly know what to make of them. They're not the same force that they were, you know, back a few seasons ago when we first started this career mode. The team will be changed massively, and so I can't really read into it just yet. I have to see the team beforehand, and we'll just have to wait and see. But this episode, guys, picking up basically where we left off from in the last one. If you remember the game back to Udinese where we got the first defeat of the season, yeah, it didn't get better in this one. Giving away more penalties as we have been giving away penalties just for the last couple of episodes stupidly. And Lou in between the sticks is arguably the greatest goalkeeper in the world. This save is absolutely incredible. At first, I put my controller down. I was thinking, I can't believe he just dinked me there. Watch this save from Lou. He stops it mid as he's hitting the post. He's in the side netting. One arm is through the netting. The other his head's against the post. And he somehow gets his hand up to push the penalty away. What an incredible save that is from arguably the best goalkeeper in the world right now. Absolutely unreal from him. Then, even more heroics between the sticks. This one, though, was, you know, sort of hit straight at him. So if he didn't make the save, I guess there's a big ask why he didn't make the save. But he did on that occasion, and that was just an unreal piece of play from the man between the sticks for us. And it got even worse, because I gave the ball away cheaply. I did not start off well in this one against Crotone here. And another chance for themselves. Again, though, they go down the left-hand side, cut it into the man. He then eventually takes it past one, and Lou gets down to the right-hand side to make the save. So within the space of about 10 in-game minutes, Lou was coming up clutch for us. And it took 27 minutes for our first chance to come into play. Donson on the left-hand side cuts it back into Renato Sanchez, and Renato Sanchez fires just wide of the post, unfortunately. I don't know why he went with that foot instead of going the other way around. I was expecting him to bang it into the right-hand side of the goal, but instead he chose to go to the left. I don't know what he was thinking, but 39 minutes in, Crotone on the ball. They get another chance for themselves. Lovely worked chance, I have to say. Down the right-hand side they go. Cross comes in towards the middle of the area, and once again, Lou is the hero. I've mentioned it. He is arguably the greatest goalkeeper I have ever had in a FIFA career mode save, and right now he is definitely the best goalkeeper in the world in terms of it's just general ability. And we're going to steal the lead in that one there as we hit as a turbo shot off the crossbar. And these are the games where I just consider myself that I'm never going to get the result here. And in all honesty, I didn't deserve it. Crotone was unbelievable. And if it hadn't been for Lou, we would have undoubtedly lost this affair here against them. So I just had to really credit Lou, because otherwise I would have been going out of this one frustrated. That was until the 90th minute when a mistake at the back here. They tried to play it out. They were getting too cocky for their boots there. And Brozovic goes past the defender. Fantastic play from him. And he fires that one into the bottom corner. Coming off the bench to come up huge for us here. Brozovic there replacing Renato Sanchez in the middle of the park as our cam came on, did the defender and says thank you very much. We'll take the 1-0 lead 90 minutes into the game. Didn't deserve to win this one, but I tell you what, Lou was the making, or he was the difference. Lou was definitely the difference. Without him, no way on earth would we have won this game. And Brozovic came up clutch there, but the man of the match for me had to go to Lou in between the sticks. Without him, I would have been kissing goodbye to this game and would have definitely gone on to lose this one. So the referee called it a day, called it full time, and there was the final result. So thankfully for us, I'll show you the Lou save one more time in between the sticks there. Look at this, for just an incredible all-round goalkeeping save. He somehow manages to get his right hand up just to push it out after he's already gone through the side netting and hitting the post of his head, and just about manages to keep this ball out. It's even more incredible when you watch it from this angle. One of the greatest FIFA saves I've seen in a long, long time. You know, I've had a couple of saves in the past. Mason Al at the Road to Glory career mode had an incredible save a couple of episodes, or rather a lot of episodes ago now, and that one is just absolutely unbelievable. And Lou has been on a penalty saving sort of run right now. He saved one last episode, of course, from Udinese, but they unfortunately scored the second one, and then he makes this save here to keep us in it. It's just an unbelievable performance, and I cannot ask for any more than the man between the sticks. Towards the back end of the Leeds United save, or rather by the back end of our career at Leeds, because it's still the same save, yeah, he was making a couple of mistakes. He made a semi sort of worrying performances towards the back end of our sort of time there at Leeds, but in the end, he's come over to Inter Milan, and he has done nothing but good things for us. So he definitely deserving of the man of match in that one, and we did pick up the 1-0 victory in that game. So we came away from that one feeling quite good. I mean, I didn't know what to make of it other than the fact that, of course, I'd had such a poor performance in the beginning of that one. Got off to a really rocky start, and if it hadn't been for Lou, we would not have ended up winning that one there. So credit goes to him. But you can see we're doing a bit of training as well. I think at some point I put Vincenzini in there. I think I've already done it. Yeah, he's in here now. I've been mentioning I was going to do it for so long, and eventually I did get around to doing it. So there you go. Vincenzini is, in fact, in the training system. We had a couple of training systems to come here because it was an international break. I am actually the French manager, but I don't show you any of that. And the only reason I took the French job was to scout Vincenzini before I brought him over to Inter Milan. That was literally it. So I may end up resigning from the French manager. I don't quite know yet. And I don't ever play the management jobs over in international side of things. It was literally just to scout a player that I wanted to sign. If you don't know, by the way, guys, that's a really good way of finding out some of these guys or some of the regens overalls. If you know their overall, or their nationality, sorry, and you don't know what their overall is and you don't have time to scout them, if you get an offer for a job that's of that country, if you go to that country, of course, you can go to your call-up or your squad, call-up to give them an international cap, and you can see what their overall is based on that, and then you'll find out and be able to know exactly what overall they're working with. So that's why I chose to take that French job, just to see what Vincenzini was in terms of his overall and his stats and stuff. So I was quite happy to take that, in all honesty. But we came into this second game here, and my oh my, this episode couldn't have got any better. Like, seriously, the games you're going to see in today's episode were absolutely incredible. The first one there will take some beating. The fact that we came away with a lucky 1-0 win and Lou making a string of incredible saves in that one was absolutely unreal. But we came into this one against Pescara. I wasn't really sure what to make of this. I mean, yeah, we didn't get off to a good start, but on paper and on form, we're still the most informed team in the league. And anybody that faces us, you'd like to bet you'd like to bet on us to win the game. So 3 minutes into this one, Mauro Icardi steals the ball, gives it off to Jimenez. There was a lot of bouncing and stuff going our way in this. I have no idea what happened, but eventually we get the ball into Brozovic. He then takes a touch around the man, gives it off to Mauro Icardi. Mauro Icardi skips into the area, takes the strike on, and unfortunately found the past the post there. I was expecting the net to bulge, but unfortunately was not meant to be. 28 minutes in, though, Timothy Fosu-Mensah gives the ball out wide to Williams. Williams inside to Jimenez. Jimenez back to Williams. This is fantastic play going down the right-hand side. He then swings the ball into the area, says, get on the end of that, Mauro. And Mauro Icardi makes it Pescara 0, Inter Milan 1. The number 9 doing the Mesut Ozil celebration as well. See, the thing is, guys, I know that's Mesut Ozil celebration, but I really like it in games. So if you're ever wondering why I keep doing it, it's literally because I like it, not because of Mesut Ozil or anything to do with that. Yes, I understand it's his celebration, but it sort of works for Mauro Icardi, doesn't it? I mean, Mauro, you see what I mean? It kind of works, so I'm going to go with it anyway. So we give Mauro the opening goal of the game. Fantastic header. The keeper maybe could have done a little bit better with it there, but in the end, the celebration coming out, which is going to be called the Mauro, not the Mesut Ozil. It's the Mauro. What are you talking about, Mesut Ozil? It's not his celebration at all, but in the end, guys, great way to start this one off. And 51 minutes into it, we ended up going into an even better position. A lovely play from Varela. Gives it out wide here. What a ball that was. And then this is even more better from Timothy Fosu-Mensah, whipping it into a very dangerous area. And Inaki Williams, not somebody you associate with heading, gets on the end of it and manages to make it Pescara 0, Inter Milan 2. This time the dab comes out from Inaki Williams saying, thank you very much. I'll take the second goal of the game as well. And at this point, it looked like everything was going to go fine and dandy and seemed as though it was going to be a good day at the office for us. Also, I thought, and then Pescara got themselves an absolutely I have no words for what happened here. The shot comes in. The shielding technique is broken as hell. I've said it before. It's so difficult to tackle the men when they've got the shielding on you, and that's just a wonderful finish, in all honesty. Like, the clearance and the shot, it was just a poor shot. Worked out wonders for them. So they got themselves back into it, but I was not going to sit there and take that lightly. Came straight back out the guns blazing. 64 minutes in. Good strike. Well saved by the keeper. We do get a corner from it, though. End up taking this short into, I do believe, on the left-hand side. Brozovic, who cuts the A cross in eventually, as it's a nice bit of play from him. A fantastic ball towards the back stick, and Jimenez just rises highest and nods it back across the goalkeeper. So 66 minutes in, incredible game here. He pulls out the Mesut Ozil celebration. No reason why, just because I felt like doing it at the end of the day. So has no sort of, I guess, because of course Mauro Icardi, it kind of makes sense for Mauro Icardi. It makes no sense at all for Raul Jimenez. I'm just going to call, yeah, I have no idea why I pulled it out. It's just a really cool celebration, so I thought I'd do it anyways. But I'm sort of learning a few more celebrations to do in game instead of just running aimlessly towards the corner flag. And Pescara seems as though they needed to do it as well, because they made it 3-2 in this one. 15 minutes from time, and the game already had 5 goals in it. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, poor defending from me. No idea what happened to my 2 centre-backs. Eventually he got caught out, and it wasn't actually Lou between the sticks today. I gave Bardi a rare start in the league, and he conceded twice. Nothing down to him, though. It was me poor defending and just general crap from me. And we went into the 90th minute and managed to hold out for the 3-2 victory. A fantastic result in the end. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It could have easily gone back to a 3-3 situation. Happy to hold on to that one, though. Match facts-wise, it was a lot more closer than I would have liked it to have been. But in the end, it's always good to come away with the 3 points. So in 2 games today, guys, it's been a 1-goal game in both occasions. The first of which we probably should have lost. This one, it could have easily drawn it. And it's been such a weird episode. When I was playing it, I was thinking, this is the episode that I like to see. Because for once, I didn't have it all my way. I was actually struggling in this one. Then we took on Napoli. You can see semi-finals of the Coppa Nazionale. And of course, we're taking already a 3-0 leg over them in this next leg here. So the second leg to come, guys, is pretty much going to be a simple task. As long as we don't lose the game by 2 or more or 3 or more goals, we're pretty much set to go through to the final. And it looks as if the final will be taking on Juventus in that one, which is, again, frustrating because Juventus are probably the most difficult side we're going to have to face in the league. Having said that, both occasions we played them this time round, we've dominated on both occasions. We won last time, we won it 2-0. The first time round, we ended up with a 0-0 draw after dominating proceedings in that one. So if we do come up against them in that, if provided that the sort of the event doesn't get to my head, then we should comfortably come away with a victory, in my opinion. On paper, we're a better side. On form, we're a better side. And the thing that frustrates me most is the fact that most of these, big European teams just don't sign the right players. Like, the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, all the money they've got, they could literally sign any players they wanted. And sometimes I come up against them and I just think, what on earth are they doing signing these random players just for stupid positionings? They could have gone for, much better players. And in the end of that, they just choose not to. And it's so frustrating. But you can see there, they did, in fact, win their game against Lazio 3-1 in the first leg. I think they drew the second leg 0-0. So they ended up going on 3-1. But Renato Sanchez, the player to watch today. We're taking a 3-0 leg lead back to this one here. We are playing away from home, I do believe. We are playing at Napoli for this. So that's their team anyways, guys. And this is what I mean. Like, a lot of their players, Gabbiadini, don't get me wrong, still very good. They've got a nice sort of team. But in my opinion, I could think of so many signings I would make to that side to improve it massively. And you've got to think, yes, they may not have the most money in the world, but still, there's a lot of players out there that would improve it, and you could get them on a cheap as well, which is, I'm a bit frustrated about it. They obviously sold Milik as well for £40 million to Leeds United, so they've got a nice bit of money back in for that one. Lou forced into an early save in this one, though, 20 minutes in, keeping the scores level. Took right until the 47th minute for anything else to happen in this. Amang through to Ziterbo. Ziterbo gets in on goal, stakes the strike on, tried to go near post. Unfortunately, though, the keeper was equal to it, and we went into the dying minutes of the game at this point. The throw-in comes straight out to Ziterbo, who gets past the defender and fires it over the bar. Tried to do the low-driven shot and completely got it wrong. Again, I completely mess it up a lot of times in FIFA, and it's frustrating when I do it because I know for sure that I shouldn't mess it up, but sometimes it happens. As you can see, guys, 0-0, 3-0 aggregate lead. It will be a Juventus Inter Milan Coppa Nazionale final. So, can't wait to give you guys that one back end of the season. You can see there on your screen as it happened. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, guys. If you have done, I'd appreciate if you could hit a like rating. As always, you guys are incredible for all the support you give me on the channel. Thank you all so much for it as well. Can't wait to give you the next episode of this one. It's going to be an interesting one. I'll catch you all for that tomorrow at 4 PM. Don't miss it. Adios.